Alrighty guys, so we're at our next booth, S&S Sansei, and we have Preston here. Preston, there's a very interesting video that's playing behind us, and you kind of broken the internet over the last couple weeks. That is with Axis, a brand new prototype roller coaster. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, isn't it cool? I mean, this ride is like no other ride, like I've already said before. It's a coaster that people might have imagined in their minds, throughout the years. Our team imagined it 3 years ago, and we spent the last 3 years developing it until, we have what we have here today, which is a coaster that does things that no other coaster can do with the way the passengers rotate, spin, fly around this track.
Now, of course, I'm sure you've had a chance to take a ride. What did you think about it?
So, interesting enough, with our prototype, we have an air launch to get us launching and going on that. So, first off, we have to sort of ignore the air launch. That air launch is so exhilarating on it to try and really come understand what that ride's doing. Once you get past that, going on the ride, it is a smooth, flawless experience. It's like transitioning from one element to another element with fluidity, because the way that vehicle rotates around the track, it makes it so you can transition to one element to another. And the biggest thing that people said is it's like flying, really.
And I think another thing is the possibilities are literally endless with this. You could have it where the train is up on its side and the people are just spinning like that. There's literally so many possibilities that you can do with this.
That's what's so fun with our engineers right now, is we're seeing and coming up with layouts and elements that don't exist. I mean, we've come up with 9 different elements in this standard layout you're seeing with 2,000 feet of track, which we're trying to show some of the things it can do. Our names are a little bit hokey, and we don't really know what to call them. But yeah, it does things, coming up off the top of the lift, you might be on your back, you come over the top, and then you rotate and you're on your front side. So even with the lifts, we're saying, oh, what if we go up in this direction? Or what if we go on our side? What if we go on our top? And I know when people are looking at our prototype that know anything about coasters, before we even had a vehicle on there, they're looking at that track and saying, what is S&S doing? This track is flat, then it goes up and it banks and sort of goes under itself. Then we go and do a spin and like a corkscrew around there, or a barrel roll, and then we go back on top of the track. So it is endless or limitless what we can do with the vehicle, because it does allow itself to rotate 360 degrees.
Now, it's not often that roller coaster companies can say they have reinvented the wheel. We've seen you guys do some amazing stuff with this kind of free spin or 4D technology with, say, X2 and those style of rides, and we're seeing some of that kind of implemented into this technology now. Where have you learned from the past when it comes to going to the future with some of these attractions?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people said, oh, you guys own the rides to Aero, you've kept the Aero legacy going. They say, oh, you've taken this ride and it's like the Aero suspended to the next generation. And that's not necessarily where we were going for or looking for. We were just looking for something unique and different. But for sure with this ride, we were able to capitalize and use some of the things we've learned on the 40 free spin, the X2 that we've got out there as far as the fourth dimension, and take that technology and put it on its side a little bit. So like a 40 free spin, we have a bearing, we rotate around that bearing, we have magnets that are in there that really help control the spin from getting out of control. Just 2 days ago when we were here, I saw a video of our engineering team. They pulled out all the magnets out of it, and that thing is flipping and flopping and going all over the place. So it really confirmed what we knew that we needed to do, and that's put some level of dampening so that when you come out of a corner and you come into a straight section, the vehicle just settles out immediately compared to rocking back and forth.
Or even just weight distribution. If you have somebody that's 120 pounds and you have somebody that's a larger guest on there, you're going to have counterweight issues and whatnot. So you're able to at least kind of maintain that and control it as it's going through the course a little bit.
It is critical for the ride, and we did test that. We put a 300-pound guy in one seat, no one in the other seat. It's definitely offloaded, but we found that as we ran the ride, the dynamics pretty much match exactly a normal weighted train. It's just you go through things at a little bit different angle.
Is there anything else that we can really take away with the Axis coaster going forward? Obviously, we have big plans. We're hoping that many different parks will be interested in this, but is there something really personal for you that you're looking forward to with Axis?
Yeah, I mean, obviously from a business perspective, this is something we're trying to get out there, and we don't have much of a social media presence. We really don't do a lot there. We've seen hundreds of thousands of views and comments and things. It has been some of the biggest buzz that we've ever had here. So being able to put this ride out there, that new experience, everyone wants to ride it. And so I really would like to have as many people being able to ride and experience this thing as everyone else has. We've ridden it. We know what it feels like. I'm just excited to get it out there.
Let the rest of the world see it again. Preston, thank you so much for speaking with us. S&S Sansei is doing some amazing stuff. Axis is just one of the products in their catalog, and they have a whole bunch of them. So again, thank you for speaking with us. Looking forward to the future.
Hey, thanks, Daniel.
Thank you.